I lied. I lied. I said I was not going to stream today, and yet here we are. So the reason I said that, I guess I'll clarify, is I have an exam on Monday, Intro to Quantum Mechanics. And so my original plan was going to be to spend the weekend studying and doing homework, right? I also, have other things to do during the weekend other than just, just sit in my room playing video games. However, a couple of things happen. First of all, I don't actually have any homework over the weekend. I still have to study for the exam, but quantum mechanics is actually pretty fucking easy. So it's not like I need to spend 12 hours a day studying, right? It just, I need to lightly go over the material, make sure I've got everything down, know how to do all the right calculations. What I was really worried about was having a homework, but I don't actually have any homework over the weekend. I don't have any homework due until Friday, so yeah, so that means I actually have a decent amount of free time this weekend. Actually, a lot more than I did last weekend, and I still managed to stream. What's more, I don't know if you people know, but I live up in upstate New York in the Albany area. Oh my god, it was freezing yesterday and today. I'm talking to negatives, negative 10 degrees Fahrenheit. It's fucking ridiculous shit. And even lower with wind chill. So going out there? No, it's not happening. I mean, I still did have to go out, but maybe I'll talk about that more in a little bit. But yeah, suffice to say, it's been ridiculously cold, which means I'm trying to stay in my apartment as long as possible these days, so I don't die out there. So in lieu of that, I don't have much to do, so I decided might as well do this. So let's hop right into it. And I forgot to open the game because I'm stupid. Where the hell is this game? Zero Escape. There. I'm a dum-dum. I was looking for Virtue/Reward, but it's not called that on Steam. Virtue/Reward and 9 Hours, 9 Persons, 9 Doors are both a single executable that then lets you pick both. They have a single launcher, which is what you open from Steam, and then you pick the game from there, and the executable is called Zero Escape: The No-Nori Games. So that's why I was struggling to find it. All right. I don't feel like I'm in the center of the camera right now. I don't know why. Maybe I can just... No, not that way. This way. Yeah, you go that way. Slide. That feels a bit more centered. Okay. Okay, yeah, let's, this should do. Yeah, there we go. That's good. Okay. I mean, we're just waiting for the game to load up, so I have time to do that. All right. Should be good. Is that coming through? Why is that not? Hold on. Hold on just a second. You don't see that, do you? Huh. I mean, the game is running. Oh, no, you do. Why is the screen black? Huh? Let me just look around for a little bit and see what that does. Oh, no. Okay, everything looks good. Guess for some reason it didn't update when I tabbed out. Okay, whatever. Alright, let's get out of the Terminator room in that case. Let's go. Lock for the door. Right now it says lock. You guys ready? I'm gonna open the door. Go ahead. I'm all set. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, I remember Alice was being uncharacteristically horny.
Now, hold up, Governor.
What the fuck? Who said that? That, I don't recognize that voice. A teacher watching his computer violently combust after he tries to extract 5.32 zip bomb I disguised as my homework. Nice. Yeah, now sadly we don't. At least none of the professors I've had have done submissions via zip files. It's all just been PDFs, like a single PDF for the whole homework, and that's all they'll accept. Have I been? I've been pretty good. I'm finally doing some theater again, which is great.
No.
And I mean, my midterms are starting up. I have a intro to quantum mechanics exam on Monday, but it's easy, so I don't care.
You honestly think a voice that coarse could come from a throat as fine as this?
Yes. Then...
Oh yeah, that was me, mate. Oi, over here.
Sigma, look! What is that?
Oh, blimey, that hurts.
Okay, this voice seems familiar.
Ain't right for a fellow's back to feel like this.
It's a robot.
And it's talking. With an accent.
Can't help it, Flower. Didn't choose to talk like this, not by half. Now, Alice, darling, do I rightly recollect you characterising my speech as coarse? Why, that's right, cruel it is.
I'm a fucking British robot, no!
You really think I asked for this?
You think I asked? Excuse me, sir. I don't think the word think has an F in it last time I checked. Oh, can I have a bottle of water? A bottle of water?
See, they figured they'd give us all a personality. Some tosser thought they'd give me this one. It ain't right, I tell you.
So, what the hell are you? You're a barrel maker. I'm an astronaut.
Right you are, me old son. Right you are. Well, go on, have a butcher's, mate. What do I look like to you? Robot, you say?
The fuck does have a butcher's mean? Okay, you can have the accent, but don't go into fucking idioms.
Well, nearly there, but they call us Gaulems round here.
Golem? Oh, I've heard of golems. They're sort of monsters, I guess, from Jewish folklore. They're made from clay, and they look like men. They're supposed to do whatever their master, or creator, or whatever commands them to do.
Right.
Well, aren't you a clever bird? You are, of course, correct. The Golem of myth is a clay creation that moves under its own power. Our spellings are might different, though. The original blokes are spelt G-O-L-E-M, but me and me mates are G-A-U-L-E-M.
Me and me mates.
That's an acronym for General Purpose Autonomous Labour Electronic Machine.
It's a backronym, and it's not even a particularly good one. I mean, you're skipping a P, and you're double lettering one of the words? Nah. Anytime you're doing... If you're gonna do a backronym, you gotta commit to it, right? Like SHIELD, right? Strategic Homeland Intelligence... something and logistics division, right? Like, they fucking commit to it, right? You gotta have a word for each letter. You can't add words with a fucking hyphen. You can't take 2 letters from one of the words. If you're gonna do a backronym, you gotta fucking commit to it. Jesus Christ.
Truth to tell, it's a bit rubbish when you write it out all like that. But I figure they wanted to make sure they had the Gaulem thing in there, you know? What with us being robots and all.
Right.
So, should I just call you Gaulem?
That don't seem quite kosher.
It's funny, because golems are Jewish mythology.
After all of me mates here are golems too. I couldn't very well call all of you lot human, could I?
I don't know. It would be kind of spooky, but you could, you know?
What should we call you then?
Well, we've all got a product ID, and they're unique. I figure that's as good a name as any.
And your ID is?
GTM-CM-G-OLM.
Well,
That's way too long. We can't remember that.
What? You taking a mickey out of me?
What does that mean? What does that even mean? What is the Mickey? Like the mouse? What?
Never had a problem myself.
Accurate, the robot would have called them cunts 10 times over by now if you were true British. Your name's Jeremy?
Right then, let's just use the last bit, shall we?
G-O-L-M?
Gollum.
Yep.
come on, man. It's just Gaulem.
Well, I'll be buggered. Can't say I ever noticed that before. Sure, it's a strange coincidence, isn't it?
I think I know why I recognize the accent now. Because I'm pretty sure this is the same accent as the orcs in Shadow of Mordor and Shadow of War, right?
Alright, Gaulem. You said Alice, darling, a little bit ago, right?
A gentleman can't say something nice to a pretty young bird, eh?
No, I don't care if you call her darling. What I'm saying is you called her Alice. How did you know her name?
Oh, she ain't the only one of you lot whose name I know. I know who you are, Sigma, and you too, Luna.
Okay, so would you like to explain to me then, what could you give us some information then? If you seem to know a good deal of stuff, right? Clearly, you've met us before. Even though it would appear that we were just taken to this, to this facility only a few days ago, which would imply a couple of things. Either you were somehow working with the people that abducted us, or they, put the information in you, or we've been here a hell of a lot longer than we remember, and so then, that's why you know us, right?
I'm right familiar with all 9 of you.
So then, except for one, right? Because Dio wasn't originally meant to be a participant in the Nonary game, right? And since the woman was only recently killed, unless this guy's being fed real-time data, take the Mickey out of someone to make fun of them. I mean, yes, I can figure out what it means from context clues, but okay, but it doesn't make it make more sense, So the woman was meant to be one of the original participants of the Nonary game, right? Dio, however, snuck in, killed the woman, and took her place. So the question is, Gaulem, do you recognize Dio, or do you recognize the woman? Because if you recognize the woman, then that means that you aren't aware of the most current information, that is Dio taking her place. If you do know about Dio, then you must have been getting fed a constant stream of data since after the nonary game started, which could make you very useful.
How?
You don't know? Oh, they got cameras all over this place. Well, then again, the lenses aren't much bigger than a squid.
So you have been watching us in real time then?
And they're all hidden away, so I suppose I can't really blame you for missing them. Now,
Ugh.
as I was saying,
Choked on my water.
there are these cameras, you see, and all of the data they record gets sent off to the mainframe in real time.
My frame.
I just gave the main core a ring, got those videos, and now I know everything you've done.
Okay, so got it. And
Does that mean
You're Zero Junior?
Cool, blimey. Are you bleeding serious?
comply. Oh, I love British people. They're so funny.
You gotta be off your box if you think I'm young Master Zero. A young master is a right proper AI what supervises all the electronic bits and bobs in this place. My humble self, and those with the misfortune to be like me, are more akin to computer terminals who are merely borrowing a little bit of the central core.
Okay.
So golems are kind of like Zero Junior's servants.
No, not quite, Governor, not quite.
Governor. So, very interestingly, in the other hold on, let me go to the flow section. Over here, right? In this timeline, we ended up actually we ended up actually going into the Gaulem Bay, and we found that not only had all the contents in the safe been taken, but the golem, this guy that was on the table, wasn't there in this timeline, which implies to me that for some reason this golem must have been roaming around the facility during this timeline. But why? What does that mean then?
I'd say me and me mates here are more like arms and legs, right? Now, you lot don't have brains in your arms and legs, do you?
Of course not.
They also can't talk.
Right you are, missus. You'd be all sorts of nasty if your elbows and that lumpy bit on your ankle was all packed with brains. Well, we're like your arms or legs. The golem's seat of consciousness, so to speak, ain't in the head. Fact of the matter is, it's not anywhere in the body. Which makes a fellow wonder, where is it?
In the mainframe?
So you're controlled by a Wi-Fi. They're controlled by a Bluetooth.
Spot on.
So if I just hold my phone up to your head, will that literally just cause you to start breaking down because it'll interfere with your shitty fucking connection?
So that part of me what thinks is in the mainframe. Everything this here body sees and hears and what have you, that all gets sent back there. Then the mainframe does some sort of computery jiggery pokery and comes up with some decisions, and those decisions beget commands. Now those commands are sent over the wireless like whoop whoop whoop, and eventually my body picks them up.
Yeah, oh, say wireless like boop boop.
Finally,
I love this
those
guy.
commands cause actions what move the various bits in my body.
Blimey has to be the most British thing ever. I mean, yeah, basically. You know, when AI eventually takes over the world and starts creating killer robots, I hope all of them sound British.
That's why this thing's like a computer terminal, you see.
Oh, Golem! I'm gonna stop calling you Golem. I got a good name for you. I'm gonna start calling you Top G.
The body's just an output device of sorts. If we were talking about one of them personal computers here, you could say a golem's kind of like a monitor, right?
Huh? Oh, wait a minute. Then wouldn't that make you part of Zero Junior?
Technically, yes, and all the other killer robots as well.
Suppose you could say that. What with us sharing the mainframe and all. But I don't know shit all about this game he's running. That part of the mainframe's locked away from the rest of us.
I see.
I'm an independent core. Zero and I are two different blokes. You recollect what Gaulem stands for, huh? I'm autonomous.
Huh. But if that's the case, your hand and feet analogy doesn't really make sense at all.
Unless we're talking about, like, ultra instinct and every part of the body just moves on its own, right?
My arms and legs aren't autonomous. They don't just move on their own.
Hello there, Tay Cook, if I pronounced that correctly. How's it going? I don't think I've seen you around here before. But I feel like some beep boop boop is some sort of robot slur. It's more like, I would say it's more like a tasteless accent than a slur, but it's the same idea.
You sure, Governor? I watched you cross your arms just now.
Huh?
And now you're frowning and your forehead's getting all wrinkly.
Yeah, but
Do you do these things on purpose? Well, when you crossed your arms, were you thinking, right then, let's cross them, shall we? Go on down then, mouth. Oh, and eyebrows. I'd be much obliged if you'd squeeze in a bit. There's a good pair of blokes.
I'll be much obliged, mate. That's a good pair of blocks. Oh, this British robot's killing me. Gollum is what the steak looks like on the inside. No, this is what he sounds like?
That's what you was thinking, innit? No? Didn't reckon so. I figure you did all of that subconsciously. Ain't no man on earth who says to himself, feeling a mite nervous, I'll just twitch me leg around a bit, you know? Who's thinking real hard about something and says to themselves, well, think I'll just give the old loaf a scratch, that'll help. How's about when you reach for your tea, when you turn a page in your book? Or what about when your eyes just go straight for the pear on that bird you fancy? Yeah, the list goes on, me chums. But all of those things are your subconscious at work. Now, true, when part of your body does something, it's because your brain said so. But that don't mean your conscious mind is involved.
Okay.
Fact is, it can't be. If your brain had to deal with all the piddly bits of living, it'd make you balmy. That's how us golems and the young master get along.
Well, technically, your subconscious mind is still stored inside the brain, right? So, like when your leg starts to fidget, those are still instructions being sent by your brain, just not the part of the brain that deals with conscious thinking, you know? The stream just set back the American-British relationship a good 200 years.
You got it all sorted now, chums?
Then you're saying that Zero Junior is the central part of the mainframe, and the golems are like his hands and feet?
Righto!
So Zero as Junior is able to directly control you guys.
Blimey. Guess I shouldn't be talking about such heavy rubbish, eh? My shoulders are all stiff.
You're a robot. How come your shoulders got stiff?
And you said your back hurt earlier. Are you just messing with us?
Yes, I did. And no, I ain't. Me back is a right mess, it is. Last maintenance check, they just left me here. I've been on this bed here for years. The lubricant for me joints is all gummed up.
So years have passed since the golems were made. What year were you made, by any chance?
Every time I move, it hurts.
But why did you wake up again after all this time?
Why do you think, love? 'Cause you lot turned me on is why. Especially that other missus over there.
Oh yeah, button on top of the
Right
safe.
you are, Governor.
Can you come with us then? The others need to see this.
No, I can't, and more's a pity. I can only go as far as this cable here will let me.
Oh.
I got internal batteries, but they're knackered. Matter of fact, that's why I was here for maintenance in the first place. The same goes for these other blokes too. Of course, they ain't connected to a power cable like I am, so they aren't going anywhere anytime soon.
Yet interestingly, you were gone in that other timeline, which implies either you weren't active or someone fixed your battery.
I see. So, you aren't gonna answer my question?
What question is that?
Ask you how your shoulders can get stiff if you're a robot.
Right, so you did. Not sure why you've got to bug up your arse about that particular issue, though.
Well, I mean, this is not really important, but I'm just curious, I suppose.
Curious, are you? Oh, that's a good word, that is. A good, powerful word. The kind of word that will set any robot's heart aflutter. Let's get you sorted then, shall we? Just lend me your lords and peers for a tick. So, how can a robot get stiff shoulders? And what does pain mean to a robot?
Huh?
Tell me, Guff, you ever heard of the Chinese room?
Yes, I have! Without waiting for an answer, Gaulem launched into his explanation. Somewhere, a pretty young girl is trapped in a tiny room. The door to the room has a slot that a number of Chinese people outside the room can use to slide slips of paper to the girl. On the piece of paper are questions written, naturally, in Chinese. Unfortunately, the young lady has no idea what the questions say. Oh, hello there, your daddy. This is Zero Escape, Virtue's Last Reward. It's a visual novel. Jeremy, how many times do we need to teach you? You can't replace James with a robot. But then how could she? She's never learned Chinese apart from a Hong Kong action movie or two in college. She's never even heard it. So for this unfortunate young lady, each note looks like nothing more than a bunch of strange symbols. Before she was locked away, she was given an order. Specifically, she was told to write an appropriate response to each question she received and slip the answer back through the slot. Into visual novels? Yeah, I'm a big fan. They're, you know, I think they can, I think they're a lot of fun. I love the Danganronpa series. I love the Persona series. We're actually playing Persona 5 right now. That's usually on Sundays. No, Firewall's, he's a regular. He's been around for a long time. Oh dear, she says to herself, why can't I read these at all? Whatever am I to do? It was at that moment she spots a bookshelf. The bookshelf is filled with thick books. Upon examining them, she discovers they are some sort of Chinese phrase book. There's no explanation of what anything means, but it shows Chinese responses to Chinese questions. Am I supposed to use these? Questions keep coming. More and more and more of them. Finds the set of characters that corresponds to the set of characters on the paper, carefully writes out the indicated response. How's it going? It's awful. Please get me out of here. Are you hungry? Yes, I am. I haven't eaten anything since breakfast. Here they gave her some twice-cooked pork. Are you full? Yes, although I don't think my stomach liked it very much. You have a boyfriend? Yes, I'm dating a reggae dancer. When was your first kiss? I was 14. He's a grade ahead of me in school. What color of underwear are you wearing? Black. What's the first thing you were going to do when you get out of this room? Beat the stuffing out of whoever's setting me these questions with the pen you cooked that twice-cooked pork in. Danganronpa is definitely fire. All these questions were written in Chinese. All the answers were also written in Chinese. All the young lady did was accurately copy the symbols from the phrase book onto the slips of paper. No idea what any of it meant. Incidentally, she doesn't have a dancer boyfriend. In fact, she's never even kissed the boy. Also, she's wearing white underwear. Anyways.
Yes?
Oh, I forgot that was Gaulem speaking. I should have done that all in British.
Is there any particular reason this girl is, pretty? Or why we need to know what color underwear she's wearing?
Can't say there is. Just tickles me fancy, I guess. But
Right.
the prettier the bird is, the more fun the story is, isn't it?
Exactly! God damn it, Sigma.
What?
What?
Right. Well, what I wanted to say was this. All them Chinese blokes outside the room didn't know nothing about them books what she had. So it follows that they would have thought whoever was inside spoke Chinese just like them.
Right, and this is essentially an argument for why, even if we had a computer that could pass the Turing test, right, that could make itself completely, that could seem completely indistinguishable from human, say ChatGPT, for example, that's still, right, like, even if you had a computer that could perfectly mimic human speech to the point where it was impossible to differentiate between it and an actual human, that would still not necessarily imply that that computer is sentient or that it's a true AI, because at the end of the day, it could just be using, you know, it knows this question, knows the right response, but it's not actually thinking and processing this stuff.
See? After all, far as I can tell, they're having a nice little chinway with one of their countrymen.
My name is Greg. What can I call you guys? My name is Joaquin, like Joaquin Phoenix. Or visual novels, some RPGs. I'm a big visual novel and RPG fan. Also, just my name is not Jackson. Stop. Also, yeah, I do play some FPS. Not I generally prefer single player games, but FPSs are a lot of fun. I really like I think Rainbow Six Siege is probably my most played game of all times, actually.
Okay, interesting, but what does that have to do with your shoulders? Or robots feeling
You
pain?
thick? I feel pain when my body's having a spot of bother. Well, hold up, mate, this ain't right. We keep this up and we're buggered. If things go really pear-shaped, we'll be brown bread. So says the central computer to itself, seeing that things are a bit bollocksed. In the interest of extricating my body from this unpleasant predicament, the mainframe sends out a signal over the wireless, and my software interprets that signal as pain, and I stop doing whatever daft thing I was doing.
Yeah, I mean, that's basically the same way pain works in our
It's
body.
the same, innit? Just like the Chinese room.
So you're saying the robots feel pain differently than humans, right?
Use your loaf, missy. You listen to a word I've said. A human feels pain when you do something you shouldn't, like sit your bum down on a tack, right? Same thing for us robots.
Yeah, it's good to have you here, Greg.
If you feel like being clever about it, there ain't really that much different between a human and a robot.
So did you just get the stream recommended or what? How did you get here?
Forget all about that mainframe and signal bollocks, and us golems ain't that different from the bird in the room. So think about it, love. How do you know humans ain't the same, just without all the electronic-y pony, huh? What
Yeah?
if, when someone asks you a question, all you're doing is pulling out the right answer from some sort of phrase book in your brain?
Kind of, yeah. It's just humans and machines are very different. Human and machines can process different types of information in different ways. Like, for example, a computer's gonna beat a human at math 9 times out of 10, right? Like, if I try to, like, I'm pretty fucking good at math. It's why I'm a physics major. But if I try to compete against the fucking computer trying to solve a math problem, I'm gonna lose every single time, you know? That being been subbed for months, never checked out a stream. Yeah, well, I mean, it's a bit loose, right? Right now we're typically doing Zero Escape on Saturdays, but I think we're getting, yeah, we're starting to get decently close to finishing the game. We don't have that much left, so once that's over, we'll probably be doing Ace Attorney on Saturdays, and we're doing Persona 5 on Sundays, and then if I have time during the week, then I'll also just go ahead and stream, but I usually don't. So, when did you first find the channel then? Or how, I suppose would be the right question. But yeah, back to humans versus AI, right? So again, a computer, I lose to it in math any day of the week. That being said, think about trying to teach me what a let's say there is some new concept, right? Some new, maybe some new animal that I've never seen, right? Like make up some new animal, right? And try to describe that animal to me, as thoroughly as possible, in a certain amount of time, right? Like say you have 5 minutes to describe this animal to me. And similarly, you have 5 minutes to describe this animal to a computer, to an AI. The same AI that just beat me in math. Then, afterwards, you give me a folder full of pictures. Some of them are pictures of this animal. Some are pictures of other animals that are also like from an alien world that I don't recognize. And me and the computer both have to sort the pictures into the animal, not the animal, animal, not the animal, based on that 5 minutes of description that we were given. I'm gonna be assuming, it's not like the difference between things that are very similar, like two breeds of dog, right? Assuming it's like different animals, like say, maybe like a bear and a gorilla and shit like that, right? I'm gonna be able to, with pretty high accuracy, tell apart that's this animal, that's not this animal. The computer's gonna fail miserably. Now, sure, you can definitely train a computer to recognize a specific animal, but you need to feed it thousands and thousands of images of that animal. For a human, you could probably, with if they saw an animal once, they could then probably easily separate a stack of papers. A computer can't do that because computers are not that good at image and pattern recognition, right? Community tab unlocked, upload your stream schedules on it. Ooh, that's actually a good idea, Firewall. I should probably do it. I mean, it's also not really any... Yeah, because I'm not used to having the community tab, because I'm used to... It used to be that you needed 500 subscribers to be able to unlock the community tab, so I don't know why I can use it. So yeah, that's actually a good idea. I watched an esport team that is called Team Buster one day. Your channel showed up instead of the videos, so I subbed because the channel banner looked funny. Based. Here, CSGO. I play a little bit of CSGO. I have some friends that are really into it. I don't enjoy it as much as some of the other shooters that I play, but it is definitely fun. Almost missed my boy Gaulem. Hey Tarpus, how's it going? Yeah, this is fucking fantastic. I love his accent. He's great. But yeah, like I was saying, robots, humans, they're good at different things, right? So it's just due to the way that human and robot brains interact. It's not... A human and an AI is not really analogous because we fundamentally process information in different ways. The way a computer processes information is as ones and zeros, so it's really good at storing data. The way humans process information is via connections. We connect different concepts together and are able to recognize patterns really well. So when it comes to something like recalling data, memory, or, processing arithmetic data, right? Doing math, a computer's gonna beat us every time. But when it comes to something like pattern recognition, image recognition, that's association, which our brains are really good at. So at our core, our brain functions completely differently from what a machine does. Now, is it fair to say that our method of consciousness is the only thing that can be defined as consciousness? Not really. That's definitely something that can be philosophized about. But my point is that as of right now, no robot brain can mimic a human brain because they work differently at their fundamental level.
Ain't no way to prove that, of course, but far as I can see, there ain't no reason to. I mean, it's all the same, isn't it? If you're actually a thinking creature, or if you're just some kind of language processing machine. All what matters is if the person next to you does what a human ought. Looks like a person, acts like a person, and talks like a person, then it's probably a person.
Which is, that's certainly interesting considering the fact that I'm pretty sure Sigma's a robot.
You want to live a normal life? That's all you need to know.
Fair enough. The ethics of AI and robots are really fucking complicated.
Lay it on me, Governor.
Or just stop us.
Right you are, mate. Right you are. Got so carried away I near forgot. Haven't seen anyone for yonks, and I got a mighty excited as all.
What's a yonk? What the fuck? It's a yonk.
Just spit it out.
Right. Well, there was something I wanted to tell you lot.
Okay.
What was it?
Patience, darling. Now, I know I might look a bit out of sorts in a moment, but I ain't really supposed to.
Can you tell this apart the skull of a Tasmania tiger versus the skull of a dog? Can you identify the marsupial from the non-marsupial? Because even scientists have trouble with that sometimes, but not AI. If there's two things that are very similar to each other, right? Then yeah, that's definitely an issue. But if you ask me to be able to like for example, let's say I didn't know what a wolf was, right? You could probably teach me what a wolf was in like 5 minutes with like one picture, and then I'd be able to with very good accuracy tell you when an image is a wolf. A computer, to actually train an AI to do that, you need thousands and thousands and thousands of images, right? And even then, it might not actually learn it. Like, I use the wolf example because this is actually one of my favorite examples of AI being stupid. They tried to train an AI to be able to differentiate between images of dogs and images of wolves, which is, a bit tricky because those are very similar animals, right? Even humans might struggle with that for some dog breeds. Others not so much. Obviously, you're not going to call a poodle a wolf, but, maybe a husky. Now, it got to the point where the AI was able to tell the dogs from the wolves with 90% accuracy. It was really good at it. But all of a sudden, it just started failing. It started getting it wrong all the time. And the scientists discovered that it actually not learned what a wolf was. You see, every time they showed it a picture of a dog, it was a picture in a city or in a house, because that's where dogs are usually found. Whereas every time they showed it a picture of a wolf, it was in the mountains with snow everywhere, because that's where wolves live. So rather than associate the fact that, okay, these are wolves, these are dogs, it instead associated city, dog, snow, wolf. So if you could give it an image of a poodle, but if that poodle was on a snowy mountain, it would tell you it was a wolf. And you could give it a picture of a wolf in a fucking supermarket, and it would tell you it was a dog. Because it was able to... Because, yes, it is true, just by going off of these images with zero context, it could, I suppose, interpret that snow is what a wolf is. And if there's no snow, it's not a wolf. But that's not what defines a wolf, and that's that fundamental understanding that a robot just can't gain by simply processing data,
Same thing for the rest of the blokes here. Fact is, the reason we look a bit like skeletons is because we are a bit like skeletons.
Because you can put skin.
There's this special artificial biological tissue what's called ABT.
Would your blood be white by any... Would your blood be white by any chance? Because that'd be some important information,
When a golem's
please.
all new and shiny, they've got a nice suit of ABT over that metal skeleton. Makes us look right human, it does. Even feels like real skin, with pores, a little bit of hair, and a few pimples, scars and the like.
Those are important.
Truth to tell, I doubt you'd be able to tell the real from the fake, even if it was right in front of you. See, right in the middle of...
If it was one of us!
Command violation. Rogue processes detected. Product ID GTMCMGOLM.
Did the stream start after Gaulem Bay was finished? Yeah, we finished Gaulem Bay last time, so we basically started just at the end. Basically, the first thing I did on stream was open the door.
Executing emergency deactivation.
No, my boy! My boy!
Unit GTMCMGOLM. Now inactive. No other rogue processes detected in additional Gaulem platforms.
What the fuck? What's a rogue process?
Returning to surveillance mode.
Did Zero just shut him down?
It looks like it.
Damn it.
I wonder what he was trying to tell us.
See, right in the middle of...
Thank you, Luna. Thank you. That was absolutely perfect. Remember light sworn. It's allowed by JD. That's fine. Yeah, my boy has been killed right in front of us. Right in the middle of what? The most tragic death in the game so far.
An ambidex gate has been opened.
God fucking damn it, Dio. This... I hate this man so much.
45 minutes remain until ambidex game polling closes.
What the hell?
Someone on the other team must have opened it.
Not someone. Dio.
Shit, why would they do that?
Dio.
We have to hurry.
Right, let's go.
I have... Are you talking about Yu-Gi-Oh or what? Because I... Gotta be honest, I have no clue at all. The most Yu-Gi-Oh I've seen is in What If the Emperor Had a Text-to-Speech Device? And that's not even Yu-Gi-Oh, that's Intergalactic Volstroyan Roulette Chess Strip Poker, I think was the full name. This reminds me of apes that were taught sign language. They can't really communicate using sign language. They memorize the signs knowing they'll get a reward, not because they can actually communicate. Well, that's a bit different, right? Because we do know that apes have the ability for communication between themselves. It's not to the level that we are able to communicate, but they're actually able to communicate, you know, important concepts to each other, right? They don't, a lot of their knowledge is learned as opposed to evolutionarily ingrained in them, right? So, well, it likely, an ape wouldn't be able to process the level of, wouldn't be able to process, you know, advanced language like we can, but it should still be able to interpret, you know, with enough time, it should be able to interpret, to learn how to at least speak basic sentences, right? Because it's not like apes' brains function fundamentally differently than humans. Our brains are actually pretty similar. It's just, we just have more advanced. Ours are just a bit more advanced. The ape is a similar cognitive ability to like a 3-year-old or something like that, right? There stood Phi, Dio, and K.
Hey, what the hell, guys?
Why did you open the AB gate before everyone got back? I apologize. We only turned away for a moment.
It's too much.
Dio opened it.
You got a problem with that?
Yes.
Of course we do.
Why? I don't remember us all promising we wouldn't open the thing until everyone showed up.
It's not about promises. Are you stupid or just an asshole?
Probably both. We were able to get back here.
That's not a probably. That's
But
definitely.
what about the others? Tenmyoji, Quark, and Clover are still out there somewhere.
You also know that he's a murderer too.
What were you planning to do if they didn't get back in time?
Nothing. Why would I have to do anything? Didn't you hear the voice? Anybody who doesn't get back in time to vote just gets their vote automatically set to ally. Seems pretty straightforward to me.
Yeah, but if no one on the group of 3 makes it back, they all
So
die.
what if they don't get back in time? They'll all get set to ally and all 3 of them will get 2 BP.
No, that'd be too easy. That'd be too easy because it would specifically be the way to beat the game, right? If everyone just stayed outside, everyone wins. The game thrives on fear, right? If you don't believe that, like, if you can guarantee that the other person is going to ally, and furthermore, you can get, like, the only reason you wouldn't ally is if you're fearing being betrayed. Or if you fear, even if you know the other person will ally, you fear that the other people in the room might betray and they'll get out before you can. But if everyone just stays out of the room, it guarantees that everyone's points will slowly go up until everyone can leave through the number 9 door at the same time. So unless you specifically want someone else to die or have reason to believe someone else does as well, the only thing stopping you from choosing ally is lack of trust. If everyone could just sit the rounds out, then that is objectively the best choice, and there is zero reason not to do it, because by stripping away the element, by stripping away the possibility of betrayal, everyone wins. It's also why I do think, so that's why you can't just, someone has to vote. There has to be, someone needs to trust someone else. Even though then, I do still think the best option is for one of the parties to sit out, because then the other party knows that the other person will ally, and then they can pick accordingly. Of course, there's still issues with there, but it is a possibility.
Sounds like a sweet deal to me.
Especially if you trust the other person, but they don't trust you, you sitting out for a round is actually a really good strategy.
Tenmyoji's only got 1 BP. I figure he'll be pretty happy to get 2 more. And that'll put Quark and Clover up close to 9. So that's not too bad for them either. In other words, they ought to be thanking me.
Didn't you guys find a note?
What? What's this?
We found it in our safe.
Here
Read it.
are some more AB game rules for you. Not voting is not an option.
I love how unamused he sounds reading fucking Zero Junior's notes.
Both parties refuse to vote, then every bunny gets penalized.
I love how much disdain is in his voice when he reads the puns.
In other words, 1 person out of every color group of 3 has to vote. What the hell, man? This wasn't in our room. Back me up here, guys.
He's right.
There was no such note in our safe.
Like Liam O'Brien as Dio? Is that Liam O'Brien? Hold on. All I know is that he has the same voice as Akihiko from Persona 3. Let's see. Yeah, it is Liam O'Brien. Damn. I mean, I knew it was the same voice actor as Akihiko. I guess I just never knew that Akihiko was voiced by Liam O'Brien. Huh.
Oh, well, damn. That's a bummer. I'd never have opened the gate if I'd known about this.
Sure. I believe you.
Really?
Of course.
I'm worried about the others. If time runs out,
They'll be penalized, yes.
I know.
Quark is part of that team. Maybe something happened with him.
You seemed a little off before you headed into the chromatic doors.
This is bad.
The best option here is to just leave one person from each team here so that they can go into the AB room if, you know. So that way, like, if the teams leave, that's counterproductive, right? You should leave one person behind. That way they can go in and vote if that's, you know, the only, if that's what has to happen, while the other people can go off and look for them. Especially since they don't actually know about the, everyone has to vote rule.
Hey, wait a minute. Where's Alice? Sure, just a minute ago.
Oh, she's been infected now too. Cool. So the order of things is a bit different this time around. The only moment to spot her was several yards away, kneeling down to look at something on the floor. What was she looking at? I couldn't tell. Head over, see what was going on when... Oh, there they are.
Oh, hey,
Quark.
guys.
Has Quark been here?
Did something happen to him?
He disappeared.
Oh, great.
Disappeared. What do you mean?
He's gone. We can't find him anywhere.
That's typically what disappeared means.
When was the last time you saw him?
I love Kay's surprised face. It's so good.
We were heading back here.
Tenmyoji and I went into the lounge, but Quark didn't follow us.
We turned around and started calling for him, but...
When he didn't respond, we ran back the way we'd come.
And you couldn't find him?
Right.
We thought maybe he just hadn't seen us go into the lounge.
So we checked the crew quarters and the infirmary.
Okay.
He wasn't there either.
Yeah.
All right, we need to split up. If we can't find him in any of the floor A rooms, we'll move to floor B.
Okay.
We should leave one person from each group of 3 back here, just in case we run out of time and someone needs to go into the AB room so that we don't all die.
I need to go tell Alice. You guys go on ahead.
Right, you do that.
Not very smart. I mean, Alice will stay behind, so that's my group's covered, and Clover stays behind, so that's that group covered, but Dio's group doesn't, if they're not leaving anyone behind.
Hey. Quark.
Quark! I keep seeing messages pop up in the chat, and I keep looking over, and it's just fucking Yu-Gi-Oh, and I have no idea what I'm looking at. I mean, I don't mind. It's just...
He's not here. Check both
He's
rooms.
not in the other 2 either. There's no one here.
Tenmyoji and Kay are in the lounge. Dio and Luna should be checking the
Right.
infirmary.
Okay, let's leave that to them and head to floor B.
Okay. Oh, no, it's not really distracting. It's just, look, Yu-Gi-Oh, look back. It's fine. Plus, I've noticed that chat rate actually is very helpful for it seems that YouTube, one of the main metrics that YouTube uses to determine whether or not to promote a stream is what the chat rate is. So it's certainly an interesting choice as opposed to just view count like Twitch does. But yeah, that's just how it is.
Went through the red door with Dio and Kay,
Yeah.
right?
So,
I was on the other side of the
you
door.
want to see it?
Yeah? Maybe Quark went there.
Fine. Follow me.
So that's the... So where are they going? Is this... Which one is this one? The pantry. Like one of the only fucking rooms we have not gone to yet.
This is
The pantry.
entry.
That drawer over there is stuffed with processed food.
Okay, so you can actually survive in here for years.
Wasn't half bad, actually.
You ate it?
Yeah, there was some paella, nasi goreng, schnitzel, yukejang, borscht, and tom kha gai. Oh, and I ate the chef's pasta too.
You ate all of that?
A lot of food.
Can't help it. I'm a growing girl.
How old are you?
20, I think.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Just stop. I don't even know where to start here. 1, by the time you hit 20, you're done growing. 2, you think? You should be old enough to know how old you are. 3, how on earth are you 20? Look like you're 13 if you're a day. I can't believe you're only 2 years younger than me.
Now that's funny. You must have done a lot of drugs to look like that at 22.
Oh, give me a break, you little
Don't
punk.
call me little. I'm an adult, you dried up asshole.
Fine, whatever. This place has enough food to keep people alive for a few years, huh? Looks like the stuff is gonna expire anytime soon.
Yeah, the use-by date is about 100 years from now.
That's helpful. I love the sequence between them. Yeah, no, I think Phi and Sigma definitely have some really good chemistry in this game. It's kind of a shame that they don't that just due to the game, to how the game is structured, you don't actually spend much time with her in your party, just because you're essentially just, it depends on who you're going with into each room.
There's a tank over there.
And hell, even then, I've noticed that in the first game, you got a lot of dialogue with the people you went into the escape rooms with, whereas here, the dialogue inside the escape rooms is generally pretty limited, with the exception of the Gaulem Bay, actually. That's kind of an exception to the rule.
It looks like they're pulling it out of some kind of well.
Huh. And that looks like a puzzle.
Is it safe?
Well, since Dio isn't rolling around on the floor
Well.
in agonizing pain, I'm gonna go ahead and assume it's okay.
Made him drink it to make sure it was
I guess
safe?
you could say that.
So you ate all the food without a second thought, but the water struck you as possibly dangerous.
No, I was careful with the food too. Dio had some of it first, and it seemed fine, so
I second the motion to make Dio the poison tester for all of us.
Oh, I almost forgot.
What?
I ate something else. Twice cooked pork.
Oh, thank you, Phi. That was some very important information. I don't think we could have, thank God you remembered. I don't think we could have solved the mystery if you hadn't provided that. My God, thank you. Can we get a round of applause for Phi remembering this crucial piece of information at this crucial time? This is truly going to help us save Quark's life. At least you have her to start, so she's there, whatever your first pick is. Round 2, not as much. Yeah, basically. It's just that due to the nature of the game, right? Like, you only play through the first round like 3 times. Here, you're playing through this there's so much. This is probably like 90% of the runtime is right here, you know?
Oh, for God's sake. Why the hell are you shouting about that? Wait a minute. Let's cook pork.
What is it?
What? Just reminded me of
Reminded
something.
you of what?
There is a missing child infected by a deadly virus right now. And we are on a time limit until everyone dies. And it's less than an hour.
This might seem hard to believe.
Bullshit.
Oh, come on. At least let me tell you first. Alright.
I saying how we'd found a room called the Gaulem Bay on the other side of the green door, and how we'd met a robot they named Gaulem, who had a very interesting story.
I see. So the Gollum guy was turned off just when he was about to tell you something.
Yeah?
So the last thing he said was, see, right in the middle of...
Yeah.
Right in the middle. Middle could be from Middle Kingdom, which is another name for China.
I don't think that's what it's referring to. Although it makes more, this makes more sense in Japanese. This is obviously one of those things, right? Like how in Danganronpa, the first mystery of the first game is like ridiculously easy as an English speaker because it's, and like a few of the other cases as well, I think. There are a few situations, but most notably that first case where like the game sort of like they don't really change the game from Japan to the US, so it just kind of makes some of the stuff feel a bit weird. This is definitely, sorry for spamming the chat with the Ubi and stuff. It's fine. This is definitely one of those times because I know for a fact that in Japanese the kanji for middle, right, which is Naka? It's Naka for middle, I think, right? So the kanji for middle, Naka, is the same kanji that you have in the word for China, Chugoku. So in Japanese, it is conceivable that you could assume, you know, that would refer to China. In English, it's kind of far-fetched, but this is obviously a relic from the original language.
Oh, this was utterly pointless.
Really? I don't think so.
Please, explain.
Well, maybe he was trying to say that this game is like the Chinese room.
Okay.
In other words... Sigma, Phi!
What is it?
There you are. I've been looking all over for you.
Yeah, let me guess. You found him, he's infected with Radical 6 and tried to kill himself and now is passed out on a table. That sums it up? Or did Alice kill herself first? Or which one is it? It's one of the two.
Something bad. Something really bad.
Who's dead? Well, come on, spill it.
Alice is... Just come with me. She's in the crew quarters.
Oh, yeah, the crew quarters, because they couldn't fucking bother to draw Alice dying in multiple places. So in every fucking timeline, she dies in the crew quarters. Every single time.
Yep, it's the same fucking shot.
What? Oh, this isn't real. All I could hear were Zero's words echoing in my ears. Your heart stops, your bracelet comes off. Never been in turbulence, it's hard to explain. Feel the sudden, alien weightlessness of a long fall. Just for a moment, you're painfully aware of the fact that you are thousands of feet above the earth. In a flimsy machine made by fallible men, kept aloft by scientific principle that no one actually understands. Speak for yourself. Never seen a friend dead, it's hard to explain. It's a little like that.
Stand beside Alice's body and pressed a shaking hand to her throat. No pulse. Her skin had already turned pale. The thing in front of me looked like a human being. Wasn't being a human any longer. Why had this happened? I read a thread on the Danganronpa subreddit asking Chinese people if they had a problem with the 11037 clue and most of them different. Well, yes, it's still the first game in the... It's still the first case in the series, and it is designed to be easy, and most Japanese people... No, in fact, English is a requirement in English is a requirement in high school in Japan. It's less so that Japanese that clue's less designed for people assuming Japanese people don't understand English. It's more so to try to play on the assumption that a Japanese person wouldn't write in English, because even if you knew English, you wouldn't expect someone in their dying moments to write something in English. But them writing numbers would make sense because a lot of Japanese people use the English number system just because they're or Arabic numbers, just because they are a lot easier to use than the Japanese number system, especially if you're, for doing math and stuff like that, So it's obviously it's not like it's some super hard thing, but it is. You actually have to think about it, even if for a second, if you weren't English, if you were Japanese. But as an English speaker, that is literally, you just look at it and it's just So it is kind of. Knelt there for several long moments, staring blankly ahead. My throat burned, my chest was tight. I forced myself to take 3 progressively calmer breaths, then stood. Clenched my fist, took one last breath, and turned. Who found her first?
Me.
Oh, who found her first?
I was looking for Quark on floor B and couldn't find him.
You killed her. I mean, I know you didn't, but I'm gonna blame you anyways, because it's fun.
So I came back here and, well, you know the rest. Hey, what's that look supposed to mean? You better not be thinking I did it.
Self-report.
Well, suspicion often falls on the first to discover a crime.
Fuck that. She'd already been murdered when I got here.
How do you know she was murdered?
What?
Probably because there's a fucking knife sticking out of her
Come
chest.
on, it's obvious. She's got a knife sticking out of her chest.
I mean, we know it's suicide, but still. Thinking that there might be some foul play here is, not exactly a bad, conclusion.
Does that look like an accident or a suicide to you?
I mean, it is a suicide, but...
How do you know the weapon was a knife?
What?
All you can see from here is the handle. For all you know, it could have been an ice pick or some kind of tool.
Then that would that would still be murder, Fi. If I fucking beat someone to death with a hammer, I can't just tell a police officer, "No, officer, it wasn't murder. I didn't use a knife." I mean, it might work in Britain, but...
Well, yeah, I guess that's true, but...
What does that have to do with anything?
I mean, come on. Who wouldn't look at that and assume it's a knife? And it's not fair to suspect someone just because they
Just
happen
knowing
to
the
be
Latin
first one to
alphabet
find a
makes
body.
the 11037 clue easier to figure out.
I mean, if you don't know the Latin alphabet, you won't figure it out.
If you want to be like that, then the last person to see Alice is the
It doesn't
person you
make
should be
it
looking
easier to figure out. It is a necessity for figuring it out. It's just the difference is that English speakers look for English letters in everything. Japanese speakers don't. That's the idea. It's more so that it wouldn't be their first, they wouldn't instantly recognize them as letters,
Who was the last person to see her?
I need to go tell Alice. You guys go on ahead.
I mean, yeah, we know it wasn't Clover, though.
Alice. Why? This wasn't supposed to happen. You promised me we'd catch them together.
But we should probably stop talking about 11037 for right now. Don't talking about it anymore. I feel like we could be getting into spoiler territory.
Don't do this.
Clover.
I can't trust them anymore. It could have been any one of them. They killed you, Alice. I can't forgive them for that.
I mean, no, it's fine. I brought it up first. It's just let's just stop while we're ahead.
I'm going to get revenge.
You can be accused of bludgeoning someone with a hammer if you didn't use the hammer to bludgeon the guy.
I'll find out who killed you. And I'll...
Hey, Clover.
Shut up! Don't you talk to me! I'm sorry, Alice.
Her voice shook as she spoke. Before anyone could say anything, she turned and ran out of the room.
Wait! Clover, come back!
And Miyoji took off in pursuit, and I made to follow when...
It's pointless. Even if you caught up to her, she'd never tell you anything. Think it through. There are two possibilities.
Okay.
Either Clover killed her, or she didn't.
Stellar deduction.
The former is true, and I doubt she would confess. If the latter is true, then I imagine she'll be just as reticent. After all, Alice and Clover seem to know each other. In fact, they seem quite close. It seems safe to assume that Clover is currently very suspicious of all of us.
Yeah?
I doubt she would open up to anyone right now.
You seem pretty calm. Did you do it?
Not again. Well, if you really want to suspect me, please, go ahead. I'm beginning to feel rather accustomed to it. I would ask you to consider my motive for killing Alice. Specifically, the fact that I have none.
Well, yes, but none of us do. None of us have ever met Alice before, right? So why would we want to kill her?
Her opponent... No, Alice is... I was gonna say her opponent in the AB game, but her opponent is Luna, and me and Alice are a pair anyway, so killing her doesn't actually help.
You are correct, but only if the murder had a motive beyond, well, murder.
What do you mean?
Do you remember when we found the old woman? It seemed clear that her killer was Zero Senior, and that they were one of us.
No, her killer was Dio.
There is every
We've
reason to
confirmed
think
this.
the same person murdered Alice.
Just in a different timeline.
Perhaps this person plans to kill us one by one. Perhaps the entire nonary game is just window dressing. Perhaps the only reason we are here is so that Zero Senior can kill us at his leisure, in a world of his own creation.
Why would anyone do such a horrible thing?
Presumably, because they enjoy killing.
Despair!
Zero Senior seems to be rather disturbed.
Hold on a minute. That doesn't mean they're one of us. Could be a 10th person hiding out somewhere.
No,
But why not?
there's no way Zero Jr. wouldn't notice that.
Well, yeah, but if that person was Zero Senior, I don't think Zero Junior would care.
And if he did notice, I really don't think he'd just let something like that slide.
Unless it was Zero Senior.
But isn't Zero Jr. just an AI without a body? What could he do?
Well, he's got the golems.
Maybe. But Zero Senior has a body. You think they'd really just let a 10th unwanted participant just run around murdering people?
Oh no, I'm talking about why is... actually, yes! The answer to that is yes, because we actually know that that actually happened. Because Dio just showed up out of nowhere, killed one of the participants, and took her place. And Zero was just like, well, you play with the hand you're dealt. Oh, what if the 10th person is Zero Senior?
Not possible. At least not so long as we assume Zero Jr.'s statement to be the truth. Do you remember? He made it quite clear that the real Zero was one of us.
Did he? Thought about what Kay had said. If the killer was Zero Senior, then who could be the killer? Yo? Luna? Need to go for now? Yeah, see ya. Thanks for being here, Firewall. See ya. Maybe Clover. Always Tenmi OG. I maybe? No, it couldn't be her. I've been with Fi the whole time and we were looking for Quark. There's no way she could have slipped away to stab Alice in the chest. Wait a minute. One person I'd forgotten. Quark. Seemed like a bit of a stretch to think a kid could kill someone of Alice's size, though. That meant there were 5 real suspects. Dio, Luna, Kay, Clover, and Tenmyoji. And Alice herself. Huh. Where had Quark gone?
10 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes. All players, please enter your votes.
Alright, let's go.
If no vote is recorded before the deadline has passed, any non-voting parties will automatically ally.
Cool.
Apparently Zero doesn't feel like this is worth stopping the game for. A blunt but effective way to make the point.
Yep. What do you mean?
We should get to the warehouse. It seems clear he feels no compunction about killing us, should we disobey the rules. As such, I recommend we follow them.
The others filed out of the room. I turned to face Alice.
Alice, I'll find out who did this to you. Promise.
But my stomach settled back into its normal configuration, and the fire in my chest melted to the icy hand from my spine. I stood up straight, gave Alice one last nod, and walked after the others, leaving my regrets lying on the cold floor. Take the bracelet, you idiot! You're gonna need that. You don't take that bracelet, you're gonna fucking die, because someone's gonna fucking take it, and you're gonna lose it.
Hey, look. 2 of the AB gates are closed already.
Probably 10 Miyoji and Clover.
Wasn't he a pair? Doesn't Quark need to go with him?
As long as one person in each pair is there, it should be okay.
Just one person in each triple.
Sharing their destiny, huh?
Pretty much.
That's good news for you, Sigma. After all, you're a pair, but your partner is, well, I'd rather not say it.
What are you implying?
Yeah, I know.
Good luck for you, huh, Luna?
What? I don't understand what you mean.
Well, if Alice was still alive, you'd have a hard time choosing Betray. She only had 1 BP left.
Fair enough.
If you'd picked Betray, you could have killed her. Of course, that's not really a problem now.
Of course I trust my girl Luna,
Stop that, Dio.
so we're gonna ally.
I would have chosen Ally regardless. I mean, Sigma's going to be my opponent, and I trust him.
Really?
Haha. Now, this is interesting. If one of you guys picks Betray, we are gonna get a show.
Dio!
Ignore him. How do you and Phi plan to vote?
You even gotta ask? Ally. Of course.
He lied as naturally as he breathed.
Right, Phi?
I don't know about that. It's a difficult question.
What?
Well, if we choose ally and Kay chooses the opposite, then he'll have 9 points. He can go through the number 9 door whenever he wants.
See, Phi is in a really bad position right now. Because if she betrays and Kay allies, Dio gets 9 BP and we're all dead. If she allies and Kay betrays, Kay gets 9 BP and we're all dead. So that means that the only possible options for Phi is matching what Kay chooses. Either they both ally or they're both betray. So, like, it's not like we're, you know, like in the regular no-no game, if you don't know what the other person is going to choose, you can just choose betray because there's no downside to you picking betray. Except in this case, if you pick betray and Kay chooses ally, it's game over. You know?
But it's not as simple as just choosing betray either. If Kay decides to ally for some reason, then you'd end up with 9 points.
Exactly. I think this is the second time Phi's in this spot. I know for a fact we've been in this spot before, right? Where we had to, where regardless, you know, we had to pick our decision properly to make sure no one got 9 BP. I'm pretty sure that happened in... It was one of these timelines, I think.
So we should both choose Ally. Seems easy to me.
You're planning on betraying me, aren't you, Dio? As soon as you go through that door, it will be only the 2 of you in that room.
I still think the better choice here is still to betray, just because Dio has been shown to not be that physically strong. My man got knocked out by an old geezer, whereas Kay is wearing a fucking suit of armor, so at the very least we actually have a chance of restraining Dio.
I've no doubt you could overpower Phi, if you had the desire to.
I don't think so.
Give me a little credit. No one has more gentle points than me. You think someone of my stature would resort to violence?
You're a
The
you're a circus ringleader. You literally have a clown license. You have a certified clown license.
What?
This is just a thought, but why don't all of you promise to choose betray? Then you wouldn't have to worry about anything. If you knew the other person was going to betray you, you'd have no choice but to do the same.
Yeah?
That seems pretty negative for you, Luna.
But it is fucking gigabrain smarts in that situation. Because if you promise the other person, I'm gonna betray you, they have to betray, because if they ally, it's GG. That's actually fucking genius! Okay! God damn! It's when Fi had 1 BP. He went against Dio and Tenmyoji. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Nothing to apologize for. We appreciate your suggestion and we'll take it into consideration.
This is not a fucking office meeting. This is life or death.
But unfortunately, I don't think it's a very good idea. See, my goal is to beat this game.
What?
But, Fi...
Maybe that wasn't the best way to put it.
She thinks she's Byakuya Togami. She thinks he can be him. You're not him.
When I say I want to beat it, I mean defeat it.
You're not him.
I want to get us all out of here. We haven't beat the nonary game until we're all out of this place.
Correct, and the only way to do that is if both you and Kay betray each other right here and right now.
We won't all be getting out anymore, though.
Oh, you mean Alice?
Yeah. At any rate, all of us choosing betray every time is hardly ideal.
Correct, but it's in this situation. In this situation, choosing betray is important.
We'd never escape.
What are you gonna do?
Kay needs to choose ally. It's the only way.
How will you make sure I do that? I have no guarantee that she'll choose ally as well.
You can stay outside of your room.
Would you do it if I could give you that guarantee?
Well,
Is she actually gonna do what I've been fucking suggesting for like 3 episodes straight? Come on, Fi. Let's go. Let's go. We got people actually being smart this time around. There is hope.
yes, I suppose so.
You promise?
Yes.
Good. Let's do this. Dio!
This man lacks critical information. I'm sorry, Dio, but you're about to get the shit beaten out of you.
Huh?
There's someone behind you.
What?
The moment Dio turned his head, Fi was off. With seemingly superhuman strength, she lit through the air across the room and through the AB gate. Oh.
What the fuck?
That's one reaction. Okay, that's not what I was actually. So what I thought she was gonna do is she was gonna like, you know, restrain Dio, and she was just gonna like, all right, Kay, you go in, we'll stay out here, and then we will default to ally. But I guess that doesn't really give Kay a guarantee though. Yeah, Kay knows that Dio won't be voting, but Fi could still choose to betray. Sigma not looking like an idiot. No, Sigma hasn't done anything. The only 2 people that have been smart so far have been Luna and Fi. Not Sigma. No, not Sigma.
You bitch!
Okay, great comedic timing, Dio. That was perfect.
God damn it, Fi! Open this fucking door!
He pounded on the door screaming, but it showed no signs of opening again.
Fuck!
Gave the door one last slam for good measure, then ran to the next opening.
Invalid pair detected. Please retry with valid partner. Members of a pair cannot vote in separate rooms.
What? Why the fuck not? This is against the rules. How am I supposed to vote?
That's the neat part. You don't.
This is bullshit.
I see. This is how Fi can guarantee her choice. Dio can't vote now, so the chance that Fi will choose Ally just went up. After all, if you pick Ally and she betrays you,
Dio will have 9 points.
But
Exactly.
don't you think Vi might be worried that Kay will break his promise? After all, if he can be pretty sure that Vi is going to choose Ally,
You needn't worry. Her plan is very clever. I will definitely choose Ally.
We'll see about that.
2 minutes remain until polling closes.
We don't have much time left. Let's go.
okay.
Right.
Sigma? You are going to choose Ally, right?
It's gotten me killed several times, but yes.
Of course. Both having a 5 BP right now. Even if I did betray you, I'd only get 3 points. Not enough to escape. So I'd have to wait until the next round anyways. Makes sense?
Oh, I see.
Yeah, there is literally no benefit to me betraying.
Huh?
Nothing. Never mind. Anyway, you promised. You have to choose Ally.
Right, I will. Are you?
Because that just gave me a bit of doubt there. Luna, my girl. yeah. You're gonna ally, right?
30 seconds remain until
Yeah.
polling closes.
You're gonna ally? You didn't say you were gonna ally.
Now, what am I going to do? Guess there really isn't any question. Well, I'd promised Lena I'd pick Ally, but if she was lying to me.
I would have chosen Ally regardless. I mean, Sigma's going to be my opponent, and I trust him.
10 seconds remain until Ambidextr's
No.
game polling
Perish the
closes.
thought. She's gonna ally. I will ally.
9,
Fear is the enemy of trust.
7, 6,
Ugh.
5, 4, 3.
Plus, even if she ends up betraying me,
Wow.
it's not a game over scenario anyway, so we're fine. We'll see.
Round 2 of the Ambidex game.
Can't wait for her
has
to
been
betray me.
completed.
And Dio to reveal that this was actually this was the daily double, and so it's actually worth double points, and I'm now dead. Because
Results
that's probably
will
what's gonna
be
happen.
displayed in the warehouse. Thank you for your participation. Ambidex gates now opening. Results from round 2 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed.
Let's see.
Please direct your attention to the results screen.
Directing.
Right? Whew. Woo! Ooh. Tenmyoji betrayed Clover. I guess self-preservation, maybe? Or I guess, yeah, he was trying to make sure Clover didn't get 9 BP. I don't know. Yeah, Quark actually has 9 points, which is worrying, but he's not here, so it shouldn't be an issue yet.
Points
And he
have
wouldn't
been
leave without
assigned
Tenmyoji.
or subtracted accordingly. Please check your bracelet to
You're
see
so
your
cool.
updated bracelet points.
Have we got ally across the board yet? I don't think we have. God damn it, Tenmyoji. I could have actually regained hope in humanity if you had just fucking chosen ally. You know how nice that would have been? Ally, 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 ally. Like, we could have had so much.
Thank you, Sigma.
No need to thank me. I just did what I promised I'd do. Anyway, thank you too.
It's nothing. I also just did what I promised to do. Now we both have 7 BP.
Yep, which means we just need to ally one more time and bing bada boom, we're out of here.
This is the home stretch.
Yes, it is. Hope we get to pair up next round too.
Because I'll choose ally?
Yeah, you're an opponent I can trust.
If we were partners, you could pick whatever you wanted then, couldn't you? I mean, you'd get 9 points either way.
Yeah, but then I would have no reason to betray you.
Well, hold on there. Why would I suddenly choose betray? I'd already choose an ally
You're
twice. So let's choose ally and get the hell out of here together. I mean, like, sound good?
Okay.
Come on, why do you look so sad?
Well, it's just... there's a part of me that just can't feel genuinely happy about that.
Oh, you mean Alice?
Oh. Yes,
We still haven't found Quark either, huh?
that too.
Well, yeah, we don't have to leave. Did you do all round 2 on the Alice portion? Can't remember. I don't know what that one is. Which one is that? Is that the cyan door? I'm not sure which one that is. But... wait, this is the game over? What? Why is this? Oh no, this is not the game over one. This is the one that then has a secret extension. Okay, I was like, what the fuck?
Still, Quark's BP is 9 now. Technically, he's 1.
But yeah, even if we get to 9 BP, that doesn't mean we have to leave. Having 9 BP is a safeguard, because it means that if someone else gets a 9 BP, at least we won't die. We'll be able to leave with them. But then yes, you have seen an all ally and an all betray. I know for a fact I've seen an all betray. You've seen an all ally? It must have been before I lost hope in humanity, and that's why I haven't registered it. But no, I remember the all betray was... I think it was this one, actually. No, wait. Yeah, I think it was maybe one of these two. It would have to have been this one, right? Think so.
Why did you do that?
We could have had a perfect
What
score.
did you tell me all that stuff for? Were you just lying?
No. Everything I told you was the truth.
Okay, what did you tell
You
her?
have to trust me.
I did. Look where it got me. How could you do that? You're such a jerk. How could I betray you after that? And then you...
I'm sorry.
Are you Zero?
What? No, of course I'm not Zero.
Then how could you know all that? Where did you find out about that stuff?
What are you people talking
I
about?
told you,
Don't lie to me.
I'm not lying.
This is interesting.
Forget it. It was stupid to trust you. I mean, there's no way.
Clover,
All ally was the archives, and all betray was the garden. Really? Garden is... E-Garden was all betray? Really? Hold on. Say that. E-Garden. Obviously, we have to betray here.
What happened? I thought... Really? It's just...
Results, please.
Yeah, let's take a look at this. This is also one of the earlier timelines we did, so I might just not remember it. Huh? It is all betray. Interesting.
Points have been assigned or subtracted.
So then you said all ally was after our... Really? Was this because were some of the people just... Did some of the people not vote for some reason?
You chose ally.
Was it a case of just like
Do you want to go?
some people not, like, some groups are not voting entirely, or did everyone like actually choose ally of their own free will? Right, this is the timeline with the cum blood. Clover didn't vote for this
Sigma,
one.
what are you doing?
Was she a solo?
Get the hell over! They're gonna show.
Because then it doesn't really count. I want an all ally that is like every group has at least one person voting, and they all choose ally of their free. Yeah. Or I guess I would also accept it if one person purposely, you know, stayed out of the room to guarantee an ally. I think I would also accept that one. But it would have to be but staying out of the room would have to be a conscious decision for me to count that. I'm pretty sure, wasn't this one all betrays as well? Let me see. Neither did Phi.
Result, please.
Do you have, like, the wiki pulled up, or are you just, like, played this game a lot and know this? This one is an ally? Then which one was all betrays? It was... I know it was a recent one, right? Obviously not that one, because that's an ally. Was it this one? I don't know, man. I know one of these ones is all betray, but I don't remember which one. Alright, let's go back here. Actually, we can just load.
Results from round
Memory of some
2
decisions.
of the Ambidex game will now be displayed.
So are you like a big fan of the series, Tarpus? I mean, I assume you are, right? How do I load? How do I menu? Help? How do I Alright, whatever. This should do it.
This isn't about me. I made a mistake. I got someone involved on all this when I shouldn't have.
Could we actually hear this conversation?
You mean Quark?
Yeah.
You did this to get Quark's BP up to 9?
Yes.
But you've only got 4 points.
I'm not important. The only thing that matters is that Quark gets out of this nightmare.
He is like a 6-year-old kid. He's just gonna, like, die of starvation. Even if he gets out. I don't think this is worth. I don't think you thought this through, old man.
Hey!
To some degree, I guess, Virtue's Last Reward I find fascinating somehow. Interesting. Well, what is it about this game that you like so much? Unless it's like a spoiler. Because in that case, don't tell me. If it's just like something about like the core gameplay loop.
Where do you think you're going?
Isn't it obvious? I'm going to look for Quark.
Hey, wait!
Then Miyagi didn't respond, just turned and walked off towards the magenta door. Clover started to follow, then pulled up short. She spun on her heels and headed off towards the cyan door instead.
What just happened?
I have no idea!
I thought Clover had said she didn't trust any of us anymore.
Yeah, I know. Didn't she choose his ally? Miyoji must have said something to her before the last round started. What? Come to think of it, didn't you choose ally too?
Yes, I did. Fi put herself in a situation where choosing Betray would be unwise. If she had chosen Betray, Dio would have 9 BP now. I concluded that her desire to avoid that outcome would be stronger than her desire to protect herself with Betray, and so I voted accordingly.
That was her guarantee?
Yes.
I mean, there was an easier way to guarantee it, but I guess it works too.
And why didn't you choose Betray? You could be walking out of here with 9 BP right now.
It's because you promised, right?
That laugh.
Yes, that too, I suppose.
Too. There was another reason.
Yes.
What was it?
It's difficult to explain. I suppose you could say I felt a connection.
What do you mean by that?
Well, when we were investigating the pantry together, I felt that Fi was somehow similar to me. Something in me said, don't betray her.
Huh.
You could call it intuition, I suppose.
Cut it out.
An answer would be how the characters change depending on the path, but maybe I'm too simple-minded. No, I mean, I definitely think that that's really cool. Like, I think Ten Myoji is probably the one that, like, probably seems the most different throughout the different paths, because, like, I can never tell if he's gonna betray me or ally with me, just because it's, like, it's hard to keep track what timeline we're in.
Gut feelings are bullshit.
Fi.
Besides, you don't get to have a connection with me unless I give you permission. And I don't remember doing that.
Ah!
You're acting like we're pals or something. Kinda skeeves me out, to be honest.
What the hell, man? He did you a favor and now you're gonna give him shit for it?
You chose Ally too. Didn't you do that because you trusted him?
Not exactly. I just made him trust me. When we were in the pantry, I stuffed my face like an idiot. That got him to lower his guard.
What?
You really think that would be enough to convince him? I mean, if you were wrong, then he could have escaped and left
What are
you
you
behind.
getting at?
Oh, I'm just thinking that maybe you felt some kind of connection with him too.
Oh, come on. How am I supposed to feel a connection for a guy whose face I haven't even seen?
You tell me.
Shut up.
If we could change the subject, where did Dio go?
Yeah, that's a good
He
question.
must have been here for the results.
Oh, I saw him leave. He checked the results and then left through the yellow door.
Where did he go?
Suddenly, the warehouse was filled with the groan and clang of metal doors grinding shut. Yeah, we gotta check our color
The
assignments.
ambidex gates have closed. Round 3 of the ambidex game. Star keys are required to open the gates.
I like the fact that star keys are the ones that can be used indefinitely, because there's only one sun and there's only one moon, but there are countless numbers of stars.
There is no set limit on usage of the star keys. The ambidex
As many times as you want, huh? That means
As long as you have the star keys, you can play the AB game as many times as you want.
as many times as there are stars
You
in the
probably
sky.
won't be allowed to play it continuously, however. There's a period of time between when the doors open and when the polling ends.
Based off the last 2 rounds, I think it's about 45 minutes long.
so he can repeat the game once every 45 minutes or so.
Oh, that's right. Remember
What?
what Zero Jr. said?
As soon as the gates close, your colors get all shuffled up automatically.
Yep, so you'd be essentially playing with randomized people.
Pair and solo assignments hop around a bit too.
Oh yeah. What are your bracelets, guys? Looks like I'm Genta pair.
Me too.
Oh! Well, I guess I got my wish
Looks
then.
like we're pairing up again. Better than getting stuck with Dio, I guess.
Anything would be better than that.
Hey, what's that supposed to mean?
I'm a yellow pair. What about you, Luna?
I'm a solo, but I'm green.
Green pairs up with... Green should pair up with... I mean, the color wheel in this game is all sorts of fucked up, but... Which one does green pair up with? I don't remember.
Wait, green?
Yes.
Hold on a minute. Are the colors for the first game red, green, and blue? We use those colors to open the magenta, yellow, and cyan doors, right?
Yes, that's right.
Next round had magenta, yellow, and cyan.
So, I mean, green has to be magenta, right, then?
Open the red, green, and blue doors, right?
Yes.
This time we've got magenta and yellow pairs. Green solo. Colored doors are we supposed to open?
And where are they?
So wait, is me, Fi, and Luna the trio? Oh yeah, we never went to the second floor warehouse timeline.
Well, we need to check the other bracelets before we make any decisions.
That means Dio, Tenmyoji, and Clover.
And Quark.
And Alice.
We'll need to check Alice's bracelet too. Anyone could just pick it up now.
I will try and find the remaining people and their bracelets. Quark will be my first priority.
I'll come with you.
Very well.
I'll go check on Alice's bracelet then.
And don't forget to, retrieve it. We'll likely need it to get through the chromatic doors.
Yep.
Right. Sigma, can you come with me?
What? Oh, okay. Let's go. I'm gonna have to see her again. Sick just thinking about it.
Shouldn't we decide on a time to meet up? Let's see. When do the doors open?
Hey, still got quite a
An
while.
hour and 21 minutes.
Then let's take half of that. What do you say we all meet back here in 40 minutes?
That sounds good to me, because we still need to look for the chromatic doors.
Sounds good.
And Luna stepped through the magenta door and out of the warehouse.
Hey, you don't think Kay's the killer, do you?
Maybe.
Maybe. But if he is, then Luna's in danger.
Maybe.
Damn it, Fi.
You're not one to talk. I didn't see you stopping her.
Well, yeah, but I just had this gut feeling that I could trust him.
A gut feeling, huh? Sure you're not the one who's feeling a connection to our armored friend? I mean, all that plating is pretty flattering to his figure.
That's not it.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Have you considered that it might be Luna?
No, that's not possible.
Why not?
Because Luna didn't need a knife to kill Alice. When we played the last round, Alice's BP was 1. Luna was playing against the two of us. All she had to do was convince us to vote ally, and she could have killed Alice easily.
She would have just had to pick betray.
Exactly.
But if she'd done that, do you really think the rest of us would have let her get away with it? We'd probably have tied her up or locked her away or something. Besides, there's no way in hell Alice would have chosen ally.
I wouldn't have let her choose anything else.
The only way to get an ally vote from your pair would have been to physically overpower Alice. Or trick her like I did with Dio.
So what? You're saying Luna's the killer?
No, I'm not. I'm just saying the possibility exists. Even if she was, I don't think we'd need to worry about Kay's safety. He's got a full suit of armor.
Yeah.
I'm betting he's pretty hard to kill with all that on. Alright, I think that's enough of that. Let's go check Alice's bracelet.
Let's go. And this game is a bit exhausting, just because it's so much. I mean, it's a visual novel, but it's just so much reading, right? So it does get a bit tiring.
Over.
Hey, come on, don't run away.
Away?
Oh, it sure looked like you were trying to get away
I
from us.
wasn't running away, though I just don't want to talk to you.
Just want to know what your bracelet is.
Is that pretty much the same thing? Look, running away isn't gonna do you any good. You wanna find out who killed Alice. You're not gonna be able to figure that out unless you talk to
I
people.
don't need to.
Why not?
I already figured out who did it.
Who was
I
it?
can't tell you.
Why not?
You might be working with them. Both of you could be in on it.
Everyone's in on it. That's your big conspiracy? Isn't murder on the fucking Orient Express?
Oh, come on, of course.
Forget about it. There's no point. Doesn't matter what you tell her, she's never going to believe you.
Please just tell me what your bracelet is. That's all I care about.
Just tell us one thing, Clover. How did you know who it was?
I noticed something.
And what was that?
Alice figured it out too. Before she...
Something near the warehouse.
What was it?
Why don't you figure that out yourselves? Anyway, I gotta go.
On the other side of the AB rooms where she was like kneeling and investigating something beforehand, right?
Hey, wait, Clover. Oh, there she goes. Ah, shit.
What's wrong?
I forgot to ask Clover what color her bracelet was.
Really? That's it?
That's kind of the most important thing right now.
Calm down. She's a cyan pear.
Saw it?
Yeah. Snuck a peek at it when she ran by.
Thank God.
And it looks like Alice's is a blue solo.
He reached down and casually picked up Alice's bracelet off the floor.
I'll hold on to this.
Yeah, good idea. I wonder what it was that Clover
You
noticed.
mean what Alice noticed? Were you even listening?
Fine, what did Alice notice? I didn't answer. Instead, she knelt down and began to examine Alice's body.
What are you doing?
I'm investigating.
What are you investigating?
What does it look like I'm investigating? I'm looking for any clues to what she figured out before she died.
It's not here, it's in the warehouse.
Huh. Found something already.
Just as ridiculous as thinking she can murder. What?
Have a look.
I have no idea what that statement means. Oh. If I held something out, it was a handkerchief stained reddish brown.
That blood?
Looks like it. It's darker than Alice's.
Yeah.
So it's probably been on her since
That's what I
before
was
she
gonna
died.
say. It looks dried. If it's not hers, whose blood is it? The old lady?
Maybe.
I think Alice.
Who
Her.
knows? She could have just found this somewhere for all we know.
In the warehouse.
Huh. Think she figured out something from this handkerchief?
Can't say for sure, but it's definitely a possibility.
Using the 10 route when she thought everyone murdered Alice?
So,
It's hard to keep track of everything.
time we moved on. We need to figure out what Tenmyoji and Dio's bracelets have changed to.
And we need to find Quark. Let's take the blue door then. Should be able to get to the room Tenmyoji, Quark, and Clover went to that way.
Sounds good.
I feel like finding the chromatic doors is probably the better probably the more important thing right now. Yeah, it is, as you say, with how big the game is, it gets exhausting. Yeah, it is. 9 hours to find personal sign doors is definitely a lot more concise, you know? So where did these guys go to? Rec room.
It says rec room. This is the only door that's unlocked.
No, not the rec room. For the love of God, I'm gonna have PTSD to the fucking dart minigame.
Yeah. So this is where Tenmyoji's team went.
I'm going to open it, alright?
How many times do I have to tell you? You don't need to keep asking permission.
Okay, okay.
Oh God, this fucking place.
Tenmyoji. Guessing from your face that Quark is still missing.
No sign of him, huh?
Happy?
What?
I'm asking if you're happy Quark's still missing.
No, of course not. Why would I be?
And does it hurt? Huh? Are you so terrified about whether or not he's safe that it feels like someone's got your chest in a vice?
I mean, not really. I assume that's because you two are family and I'm not, which would explain why we have sort of different emotional responses to this situation.
I didn't think so. Quark's got 9 BP. If I find him first, I might make him escape. So it's better for you if I haven't found him yet. Am I wrong?
Tenmyoji, what's going on here? This doesn't sound like you. I know you're worried about Quark, but...
And just what the hell do you know? He's all I've got left. If something happens to him, I'll...
Tenmyoji.
It's all my fault. It wasn't supposed to be like this. I never should have brought him here.
Did you say brought?
Yes. Zero made me an offer.
Wait. Hold on a minute. I thought you said you and Quark were abducted like the rest of us.
You mean you came here voluntarily?
Hey, answer me. The hell is going on here?
Can I see the other side of your bracelets?
Huh?
Why?
He knows that the old...
Please, just do it.
He knows that the old woman got... that the person who killed the old woman has blood on their bracelet? Fine and I looked at one another. Neither of us knew what was going on, but there's no reason to refuse. We shrugged and did what we'd been told. Suddenly, yep, exactly, the luminol. Ah! Just luminol. In the blink of an eye, Tenmyoji had pulled some kind of can from his pocket and sprayed both of our wrists with it. So he did figure out about the old woman and the bracelet trick. Hey, the hell, man?
Calm down. It's not going to hurt you.
Is this some kind of chemical?
I mean, water is a chemical.
Yeah, I found it when I was searching this room.
Back towards the door and flipped the light switch.
Good work. It's dark now.
Yes, that is what a light switch does. Kind of the point.
Show me your bracelets again.
That stuff you sprayed us with was luminol, wasn't it?
Yeah. How'd you figure that out?
Because it says so in all the fucking bottles.
When you turned off the light.
Is that the stuff that you use on cop shows to find blood and other stuff?
Yeah.
That you spread on us.
Just relax, okay? That's all I needed to know.
What?
Neither one of you is Zero Senior.
Are you saying that because there wasn't any reaction from the luminol?
Yep.
But Zero Senior didn't kill the old woman. EO did.
Well, you know as much as I do now. I was just making guesses based on what he was doing.
Hey, Tenmyoji.
Sorry, but I've got to go. I need to go look for Quark.
No. I'm sorry, but I can't let that happen. You dropped the real bomb back there, not about to just ignore it. What did you mean when you said Zero made you an offer? Why are you here?
I can't tell you.
Why not? I don't really understand how. You seem to have decided that neither of us is Zero Senior, right? This is cool because if I had not played this, had I not played this area before, I would actually not understand why this whole thing was happening.
Yeah?
Then why?
You don't get it. I can't tell you no matter who you are. Right now, we might as well assume Quark is a hostage. Zero Jr. seems to be aware of everything that goes on here. If I tell you, he'll know. And then God only knows what Zero Senior will do. Please, I'm asking you, put yourself in my shoes.
I looked him in the eyes for the first time since we entered the room and saw nothing but years of loneliness and regret. Before I could speak, he turned and left the room. Alright, you better have that damn fucking good explanation because you've been... because I've been being cock-teased about this for fucking... several timelines.
Hey, can I ask you a question?
It won't do you any good. Whatever you want to know, I don't know anything about it.
No, it's not about what just happened.
Then what is it? Oh, I see. You mean his bracelet, right? Chill, man. He's a red solo. I had a look while he was talking.
Oh. Good job. That, wasn't what I was gonna ask you.
Well, what is it then?
When he sprayed us, you screamed, didn't you?
No.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't.
No, I'm pretty sure you did. I'm not quite so tough when you're scared, huh?
Shut up. We've got stuff to do. Get going. Move!
Ah! They do have really good chemistry. Okay, we made it to the warehouse. Cool. This is... I think I'm probably gonna leave it here. I am very tired today. I want to get some rest so that I can play Persona tomorrow. And we're just past the 40-hour mark, which I think is, you know, a pretty good stopping point. So yeah, we're just gonna leave it off here, and we will pick it up. Since this is a bit of a shorter stream, I'm gonna try to stream sometime during the week. It'll probably be either Tuesday or Wednesday, one of the two. Maybe Monday actually. No, probably not. It'll be sometime during the week. We'll do another stream to, you know, make up for lost time today. But yeah. We're gonna leave it here. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to, you know, like and subscribe if you enjoyed. And thanks for being here. You can join the Discord down in the description, and I'll be I'm gonna get out of here and see you all tomorrow from Persona.